Alright guys, Hayzink here, welcome back to the channel for another Street Fighter Duel video. So in this one we're going to be having a look at the new countdown that's been added to the game for Dante. This is potentially a good news, bad news situation on this one. It really depends on how you view things and what potential changes they may make. And it might actually also not even be an indication of what's going to happen. We don't know yet. So if we jump in here, you can see that there is this new share event. We tend to get these 7-day countdown until the event is going to drop. That's the event, remember. So for all we know, the summon might come a day earlier because that's what they did with Akuma. So there's no guarantee they won't do that here. Now you can see here from this share event that when we look, you are going to get limited summon tickets. Okay, now does that mean Dante is going to be in that limited summon pool? I'd say the odds are leaning towards yes. However, it's not necessarily guaranteed because with the Devil May Cry login, we obviously got tokens to summon on the standard banner and he wasn't in the standard banner. I feel like this is different. He probably is going to be in the limited summoning pool. The reason I say that is because when I asked Dino about this event before it came out, he did mention they were maybe looking at doing this. Now, why am I saying that's a good news, bad news situation? Well, I suppose it's a good news, bad news situation because if you are someone who wants to, you can obviously go into here and purchase these, which will give you some currency to potentially summon for Dante. Why is it a good news, bad news situation? Well, because this is the banner that it uses, and right now this banner doesn't have any form of pity on it, right? Now, could they add pity to the banner? Sure, they could. Is that going to cause some complications? Potentially, because obviously this banner would be a shared banner, so you would go into here and you would obviously select, most likely from here, that Dante would be the unit that you would want to summon from. The problem is, without pity, this banner is worse than the Monster Hunter Ken banner. Okay, now also there is supposed to be a new EX move. There was a Games Radar write-up that was sponsored, and they talked about some of the stuff that's to come out in this event, and they mentioned stuff like an EX move. So how would that work? Like, when you go here and you clicked wishlist, for example, let's just say you clicked on Dante, would that just give a completely different screen, you know, which would have a different pool and stuff like that? That might be the case. So I mean, maybe it's possible, although it's weird, that they would have a different kind of setup for each character that you could click along here. So where Akuma doesn't have pity, maybe if you selected Dante, he would have pity kind of running up here. It would be very weird, and the reason I say that is because then your tickets would have differing value depending on which character you selected from the wish list. That seems weird to me, but they might do it because, let's be honest, they do make weird moves in this game. So for pre-logging in, should Dante go into this banner, you're going to have in total, oh, Destiny Taro's back again as well, just noticed that. You're going to have in total, what is it, 50 again? 20, 30, 40, 50, 50 of these tickets again. So you should probably aim to try to get into the Global Showdown, because if you get into the Global Showdown, you'll get some of these tickets. You should make sure, if you've got currency, now, for the next 7 days, you buy these tickets as, let's just say as a precaution, because we don't know. I mean, they could change it. It wouldn't be the first time they've done that, but at least if you take the precaution, if you've got the currency, if you spend 3,000 crystals a day, which is obviously a lot, by the end of that you'll have, what, 22, 21, 7 is 14 and 7 is 21. You'll have 21 extra tickets, so that means going into the event, like day one, you would have 71 tickets. Potentially, if you've qualified for Global Showdown, I don't think that would start until the following week. but you would get 5, then 10, then 15, then 20. You know, it would go on from there if you get to go a little bit further. The event itself, if it follows what they did with Akuma, you would expect to generally get around about the same. So you might have like 100 goes, so that would be 100 singles or 10 multis to summon for Dante. Without pity though, I don't really fancy your chances too much. Now people have been lucky, but if we look at Akuma, now I ended up being dumb. See, if I had just waited a couple of days and seen this, the tickets that I won from the Global Showdown, I ended up just trying to get another copy of Akuma. And if we go down here, you can see that my Akuma is still just at S rank. And I've had 2 lots of tokens from the Global Showdown. So one of them I won, the other one I came 2nd place. So I think between the 2 of them, that was like 80, maybe 75, 80 tickets, plus the entire last event, plus lots of ranking on the leaderboard. In total, I think I've maybe done 20 to 25 multis on this banner, and in total I've had 4 copies of this guy. So if they use the exact same system with no pity whatsoever, then realistically trying to pick up Dante on this banner is going to be rough. It is going to be rough. Now obviously we know that the aim here is for spenders. That's what people have said. Like, they've said that these collab characters are going to be not exclusively, but basically the only person that's going to, people that are going to get them is going to be spenders, which we understand. The only issue I've got is this banner here. It kinda works long term for characters like Akuma, who are not going to rotate out, but for a character like Dante, you've only got, what, 2-3 weeks that you can possibly summon this guy. So a character like that going into this banner system, it just doesn't really work, to be honest, because he's going to be gone so quickly that basically unless you go all out right at the start, which is probably going to cost you a significant amount of money, you're just not going to get the guy to a kind of usable level. And I hate saying this, but it's true. Without pity, this banner is worse than the Monster Hunter Ken banner. It really is. And that isn't even that unscripted, scripted, hidden pity, whatever you want to call it. That's not even that. I'm talking about literally just that bar that ran up the side. That bar alone made the Monster Hunter Ken banner better than this banner. So I'm surprised that that's the route they're actually going to go, you know? But we'll see. I mean, this could literally just be like the other event where these rewards are not actually related to what we use in the actual event itself. The only reason I'm a little bit more convinced it might be is because, like I said, Dino did mention to me that they were considering, as in Topjoy, not Crunchyroll, were considering adding that unit to the special summoning pool, which would be these tickets. So taking that information plus seeing these tickets does kind of line up with that. And yeah, I don't know how to feel about it, to be honest, because it's just going to be so hard to get the character. I mean, it was always going to be hard to get the character, but on that banner specifically, good luck. Anyway guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. I've been Hayzink and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.